What's going on, guys? I am Switters. Welcome back to the channel, and this is your complete guide to the Die Maschine solo Easter egg. I'm going to cover everything that you need to know, so let's just jump right in. Before I forget, please drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate it, and you're really helping me out. Let's go. First things first is your loadout. I would definitely recommend either you use the Hauer shotgun, the Gallo shotgun, or the M16. It really doesn't matter. All three of them are great weapons. The only thing I would definitely recommend if you are playing this solo is that you use Aether Shroud. You could choose a different field upgrade if you like, Ring of Fire, Healing Aura, Frenzied Guard, whatever it is that you choose. But if this is your first time, I would definitely recommend, as a solo player, Aether Shroud. It can get you out of so much trouble. It's a great, great field upgrade for solo players, so that's what I would recommend. Before you head out of spawn, I would say stay till at least the end of round 6, probably the end of round 7 really, but either one is fine. Try to get melee kills for everything that you do, because that way you get a little bit more points. But by staying to the end of 6 or 7, even 8 if you really wanted to, you should have enough points for every door and everything you need to open and unlock to get to power and pack-a-punch. If you don't know how to turn power on or get pack-a-punch done, links in the description below. I'm going to assume from here on out that you already know how to do that, okay? So we're going to pick it up from there. Here we are finishing up pack-a-punch, and then I'm absolutely going to recommend that you do the Coffin Dance Easter egg. I'm going to show you all the steps to it right now. It's very, very simple if you don't know how to do it. But by doing this, you get free Jugg, so why pay for a perk if you don't have to? There are these lights that you have to shoot, one right here. You can just follow exactly how I do it. Another right there. Gonna come down, look up across the way. That one's done. We can hop down, and below these stairs, through this window, is the 4th one, and the 5th and final one. We're just gonna hop up on this box right here and shoot that. Again, this is going to take us into the Dark Aether, and we're going to be able to get free Jugg, so that's fantastic. After you finish the Coffin Dance Easter egg, you'll get some dogs spawned in. You take care of them, you get your max ammo, and then you're going to head down here. Make sure you absolutely head down here, open this crate up, and we're going to pick up some salvage and whatever else. Maybe you get a ray gun if you're lucky, but then absolutely pick up the Jugg. You're going to pack-a-punch your gun one time, and you're also going to put dead wire on. Absolutely need dead wire for this map. It is the elemental, what do you call it, like opposite, or the one elemental upgrade that you can do for your weapon that works the best against the Megatons. And you should get a Megaton spawning in right away, right here. You see how fast we took him out. Well, we didn't take him out officially yet, but you see how fast we got him to split. He's going to split into 2 parts. But this is why you use dead wire and why you should pack-a-punch your gun right away. But now you see him split into 2 parts. You kill the first one, he's going to drop some ammo, maybe some armor if you're lucky, all that kind of stuff. And then you're going to take out the second one, and he's going to drop a key card. We are going to use this key card for our wonder weapon, so make sure you pick that up. After you've picked up the key card and gotten down to 1 or 2 zombies left, come back down, and we're going to head into the weapons lab. It's the room with this big bomb. And then you come into the smaller room off of it, put the key card in, and you're going to get a remote. So we'll head back to spawn now. We're going to train up some zombies, and we're going to get ourselves our free wonder weapon. So we're at the start of a new round now. You see the nice train of zombies I've got going in spawn here. I'm going to lead them into the bottom of Noct. We're just going to take them through a little meandering way around just so I can get them all bunched up together. You have to be a little bit careful about this because we're going to set a trap off here. You're going to see in a second. Going to get them coming in. And then we're going to run basically directly ahead of us here. And we're going to activate this trap. Now, it sucks them up right through that little window in the door there, but it's not going to get all of them. So don't just stand there and wait for the trap to suck them all up. It's not going to. So just be sure you're ready to take out a few of the zombies if you have to. Shouldn't be much of a problem. Use your Aether Shroud if you've got it available, if you get into trouble. And then it should be no problem whatsoever. But then we get rid of these last couple. We'll probably keep one at the end of a round. And then you're just going to go up to the side where we activated the trap. Right over here. Discharge. And then there's a skeleton with our wonder weapon. Pick that up and we're good to go. If you have enough points right now, it's a good time to get stamina up because we're going to be running around the map picking up 3 different parts for our Aether Scope. You need to find the anomaly somewhere around the map. Mine happened to be on the top of Noct here. I'm going to get my 100 points from the Wonder Fizz there. You're going to activate it, and then there are 3 different places around the map we're going to get part of our Aether Scope. So as you can see, we're being sent into the Dark Aether now, and we're going to check these 3 different spots. One of them is right on top of that plane, but that's not where my first one was, so I'm going to run back down to spawn here, and it's underneath the stairs to the right. We're going to pick this up. Once you pick up each of these parts, again, there's 3 different parts. Once you pick up each of these parts, there will be 6 dogs that spawn in. So you can turn around, you can take them out as fast as you need to. Don't panic about it, but there's going to be dogs. You're going to need to take them out. My second part of the Aether Scope spawned in the particle accelerator room. This is behind the Pack-a-Punch area, and you can see that's where the armor station is that I just ran past. Now, these 3 spots are always the same, but they will only spawn in 1 piece at a time. So if you run to these different spots and it's not there, just run to the next spot and check that one. The final spot here is up on top of the down plane. Right there, I just grabbed that. And then again, we get more dogs spawn in. Just take out the dogs and you're good to go. Now that we've collected the 3 different parts to the Aether Scope, we can bring it to this bench. This is directly behind Pack-a-Punch there. We can craft our Aether Scope and move on to the next step. It's going to get spooky because we're going to go find some ghosts. Next, we come up to the speed cola room, as you can see right there. Going to head into this room. We're going to check this computer. So what we need here is a password. You can attempt the password. You can't get it right. You have to head into the Dark Aether again. So you activate this portal. It will always be that portal, by the way. And then we're going to head back to this computer. And then once we come into the Dark Aether again, there will be a diary sitting on the desk right there. Pick that up. What you're going to do is head out of that room, drop down just like I do here, interact with the anomaly. So hold your interact button once, and then once the ghost spawns in, hold your interact button again. There are 3 different ghosts. You can listen to what they have to say if you like, but you usually don't have enough time to get them all done. You don't have to listen to the full quotes. You can just keep going. So again, we come in here. This is where the trials are that you can do. Interact with the anomaly, then interact with the ghost, and then again we're going to head back down to where we just crafted the Aether Scope for our 3rd and final ghost. Again, interact with the anomaly, and then interact with it again to hand it the diary. The next thing we need to do is to start upgrading our Wonder Weapon. There are 4 different elemental upgrades. This is the first one we're going to do is the gas. So you have to have 1 shot emptied from the Wonder Weapon before you can suck up this canister, as you just saw me do there. So we pull this in, and we're going to suck up that canister, pick it up, and we're going to head back down to the weapons lab. Here we are coming up to the weapons lab. There's the big bomb. That's how you know it's the weapons lab. Drop down into the hole here, and then just run up to this spot here, and you place the canister. What we're going to have to do is kill one of the Plague Hound dogs right in front of that machine to suck up the gas for that canister. So what I did was I just flipped around and I got a dog round. You don't have to wait for a dog round. If there's a solo dog on the map, you can do it then. You can actually do it right after you do the Coffin Dance Easter egg when you get the dog spawned in. You don't even need to have the canister into this wall unit in order for the gas to be sucked up in there. You can kill the dog in front of it. It will suck up the gas. And then once you put the canister in later, it will work just fine. So you can do some of these things out of order. I'm just showing you step by step in order how to do everything, okay? So you saw me get the kill on the dog right in front of the machine, and you saw it pull the gas in. So we're going to go ahead and grab that gas canister now, and we're going to head back up right to where the downed plane was. And that's there's 4 boxes around the map. You're going to see it here in a second. You're going to take this canister and you're just going to put it right on top of this box across from the down plane there. Shoot it, knife it, it doesn't matter, whatever. Just get it to explode, and then pull out the Wonder Weapon, and then hold your interact button, and now it will give you the gas upgraded version of the Shockwave. So now head back down to the computer in the speed cola room, interact with it. And then there are these 4, you see the blue light now went on the canister. There are these 4 prongs sticking down from below that canister. Shoot that one right there. It's color-coded, so you've got green for gas, you've got yellow for electricity, you have red for fire, and blue for ice. The one we care about at this very moment, as you just see there, is the green one. We're going to shoot that, and we're on to the next step. We're going to start on another upgrade now, and we got this particular anomaly spawned in right here next to this tree at the swamp area, which means we're going to do the fire upgrade. So, interact with it. Head over toward the down plane as I'm pointing to there. That part of the plane is going to raise up in the dark ether, and there's a box. Just shoot it, and we're going to grab a fuse. Okay, well, now we're going to run back down to the weapons lab. So when I said if it's that anomaly, you're going to do the fire upgrade now, is a couple of these require you to have a certain anomaly to get the certain part for that upgraded. So all we're doing, just know that you need, if it's there, we get the fire upgrade from underneath the plane, bring it down here, put it into that machine that you saw there, and you will instantly get pulled out of the dark ether now. And now we're going to head past that same tree right there that we interacted with the anomaly with, hop onto the back of this truck, and again, it's another one of those boxes, and again, this is for the firebolt part of the upgrade. So again, we're going to head back down from here, back down to the medical bay or / speed cola room, and we're going to look for the red prong that's hanging down from this canister from the ceiling. It's right there. We shoot it, it goes up, and we're good to go, and we can move on to the next one. So the anomaly spawned in the bottom of the particle accelerator room, which means we're going to do the electrobolt, the electricity version of this D.I.E. Shockwave upgrade. So we're going to interact with that, and this one you're going to have to suck up the essence from 3 different crystals. So I just took, as you can see there, we went into the dark ether. Now I'm taking this fast teleport. This takes us to the bottom of the Nocturne Totem building. I'm going to open up the staircase here, and it's right on the top of the building, but there's a hole in the ceiling here, and you can see the crystal through it there. And you can see exactly where I was. We just went past the stamina up machine, so you know exactly where I was. You can just left trigger, and it sucks up the essence from that crystal. Then you need to run down to the bottom of the particle accelerator room to the right-hand side. As you can see here, there's a little box. We're going to shoot that, okay? You're trying to get this all done in one dark ether trip, so again, hopefully you have stamina up at this point, so that way you can move faster. And I'm going to let this play out to show you exactly the path that I take. I'm not going to edit this at all. You can see exactly where I'm going. The second crystal is right to, this is like the second, this is in the swamp area next to the other cave opening, and I'm just going to run straight back into the main cave opening here. This is how you come originally to turn on power, right through the left here. Again, that's the speed cola room / medical bay. And again, we're just going to head down to the bottom of the particle accelerator room, jumping down because it's a little bit faster. Again, shoot the box. There you go. And we're going to head back up. Again, the fast travel stuff really helps. You can get to the crystal a lot faster. So long as you suck the essence out of the crystal before the dark ether time runs out, you're fine. You're good to go. You don't need to go back into the dark ether for the next crystal. You can shoot it while you're in kind of the real world or the regular world, however you want to say it, when you're not in the dark ether. So again, we sucked up the soul of the essence of the crystal, the soul of the crystal, however you want to put it. Again, we're just making our way back down into the bottom of the particle accelerator room. You can see we're coming out of the dark ether. So I'm going to hold on and wait, because you don't want to shoot it while you're just coming out. You never know. So we wait. We're back into the kind of real world, as it were. Perfectly fine. It still has the essence of it in the Shockwave. We switched it out for the Electrobolts. And again, we're going to come back in here and shoot the yellow prong right there. And we're good to go. We just have one more to go. So what you're going to do is head right back to that box, and you're going to switch it back out for the regular D.I.E. Shockwave, and then we're going to head up to Noct, and there's going to be a box up at the top of Nocturne Totem, and we need to shoot that thing down. It's going to land on the outside, and there's going to be a beaker that will come out of the box that breaks that you shoot off, and we need to pick that up. You can see it. The box is right in front of me there. Take aim, shoot it. It drops out to the other side. There's the hole in the wall, and there is the beaker. Pick that up. And what we need to do now is get a Megaton to shoot that mushroom on the side of that tree. Now you can use a regular Megaton or it can be a dark ether Megaton. It doesn't matter. But when you get one, basically what you want to do is just basically come stand behind this tree and have him throw that at you right there. And then you see the quote on screen. And that basically will get the that mushroom dripping. It's going to drip this liquid in, and we're going to put down the beaker, and that will take a minute to fill up. And then we're going to use that to upgrade. You can see it's glowing purple there. And then we just walk up to it, and we get the prompt to put the beaker down. So you can leave the beaker there. You don't have to flip around. You can if you want to. It doesn't matter. But you really just have to wait about 2 minutes or so, and then you can come back, and it will be filled with the liquid that you need. So we ran around for a minute or two. We come back, and there it's filled up. I'm going to go ahead and grab that. And again, we're going to head down to the Speed Cola / Medical Bay room. So the box that we need is in that room. As you can see, we're going to hop down here, and it's right to our right. Just place it on there. It's going to freeze it, and the chains are going to burst off. And then just go ahead and swap it out. And then we just shoot that blue prong, the only one left that we have now, and that will go up. After you've done that, this anomaly right here will spawn in this spot every time, okay? So you go ahead and interact with that, head up the stairs exactly where I did, head toward this red box on the wall there. I'm going to head back into the dark ether, and these two ghosts will be here. You go ahead and interact with them, and then you can listen to their conversation if you like. These two guys are going to finish up their conversation, and then we're going to be taken back out of the dark ether, back into the kind of real world, as it were. And then right at the floor where they were just talking, they're going to drop this wrench. You go ahead and pick that up, and then just follow the path that I take right here. We're going to head back to spawn and go up the stairs right outside of the particle accelerator room up here. You're going to bang on the tank 3 times, and then the hatch up top is going to open up, and a zombie's going to pop out. You can go ahead and shoot him. There he is. And then you really just need any kind of explosive. So you can get a C4, a Semtex, whatever. It doesn't matter. And just make sure that it hits the tank and lands on the tank. And then you saw the tank shot that tree. And now something fell out of that tree, so we're going to go collect it. Right behind this tree, right there, you see it? And now dogs are going to spawn in and kind of chase us. Don't worry, this shouldn't be any kind of an issue. I've literally never failed this part. So just so long as you keep moving and following this direction, you're completely fine. Basically what you're doing is heading exactly back to where you were, where those two guys were having that conversation. And there's that red box on the wall. And you just need to put this thing inside of it. There you go. Now, the dogs are all still there. You need to kill them and take care of them. So take them out, get rid of whatever extra zombies that you need to, but you should be just fine. Now what you need to do is find a regular Megaton that I just shot right there. You're going to go ahead and split him. You cannot use a Dark Ether Megaton. It has to be a regular Megaton. So what you need to do is split him, and then get those 2 parts to follow you underneath that big canister hanging from the center of the ceiling of this medical bay / speed cola room. Then what happens is if you can get them to go right under it, they will be sucked up. As you can see right there, they'll get sucked up into that canister. So you need 1 and 2. Once you have them both, you can run back up to the computer and go ahead and interact with that, and it will trap each of the halves of the Megaton inside of that. And we're basically boss fight ready at this point. So go ahead and interact with it. Don't worry just yet. You still have time to go ahead and do some extra pack-a-punching and pick up whatever you need. But there's a little short cutscene that will play here, and then we'll pick it up right after that. Okay, after he finishes his little speech that he's got going on, he's going to drop out of the tank, as you saw there, and he's going to take off to basically to the bottom of Noctar and Toten. You're going to interact with an anomaly down there. Now is the perfect time if you need to pack a punch, if you want to get some extra armor, you want to go to the crafting table, you want to go get some extra perks. Now is the time to do it. Get stocked up and get ready, because once you start interacting with him, you're basically going to be thrown right in. It's going to be a little bit nuts. So again, now's the time to go ahead and get whatever extra things that you need for this boss fight. If you feel you're good to go, head right down to the bottom of Nocturne Totem here. You're going to find the anomaly. The anomaly will always be in that spot. Then just follow where I go. He's going to spawn in right here once we get into the Dark Aether. So we go back into the Dark Aether here. And now you're going to interact with him again. Again, you need to do that quickly because as you saw, you're going to get hit. The zombies are coming at you pretty fast now. So you're going to get hit. Interact with that ghost so he starts talking. And then once he starts talking, the zombies will leave you alone. Now, after this little cutscene plays here, you still have time. You can, if you say, oh man, I don't know why I did this. I still need to pack a punch, or I still need to go get some armor or do whatever. That's fine. You still have time. But just, it gets a little crazy if it's, especially at the start of a round. There's a lot of zombies. As soon as he goes away, they're going to come at you pretty fast. So if you need to use your Aether Shroud or anything else, you can go ahead and use it to get yourself out of trouble. Or once he puts this down and you come out of the Dark Aether, go ahead and interact with this photo that he's holding now. He's going to set it on the table. You'll see him do all of this. I'm not going to cut anything out here. You'll be able to see it. Once you interact with the photo, you will start to go to the boss fight. There, he's putting the photo down. You don't go immediately, though. Like, as you can see, once he goes away, they start attacking you. So just be sure you're ready, and then you're ready to interact with that photo. So you can see I headed over to the crafting table, picking up some Casimir grenades, and then we're going to go ahead and interact with this photo. And then once you interact with that photo right here, you're into the boss fight. There's no backing out now. So again, they're still attacking. As you can see, they get pretty aggressive when you're down here ready to go into the boss fight. He's going to spawn in. He's going to do a little bit of talking again. Let me just walk you through verbally what goes on, and I will show you brief steps from each place that he goes to. So there's 3 positions he's going to go. He's going to try to dismantle basically the particle accelerator and shut the facility down. He's going to go to 3 spots. One is directly behind where I am now. Now, one thing you have to keep in mind, you need to protect him. So he's going to be doing his work trying to turn things off, and zombies will be attacking him, and you need to keep the zombies off of him. You're going to have dogs, regular zombies, you're going to have megatons, you're going to have Dark Aether megatons, split megatons, all that kind of stuff. So, don't forget, there's an armor crate at the bottom of this particle accelerator room, so if you need the points, if you have the points and you can refill your electrobolt that you're using here, or what I usually do is start off with the ice upgraded D.I.E. Shockwave, whatever it's called. I don't even remember what the ice one is called. I usually start with that. Once that gets low on ammo, the box for the Electrobolt is down in this room. Remember, you can go ahead and pick that up. So, he goes to his first station there. You just go ahead and protect him. One thing you should really keep in mind, basically, he's not going to die. He has a health bar, but he's not going to die. They're not going to do that much damage to him. You could just literally leave him. He'd be there forever. He's not going to get that hurt. Just go ahead and do your best to protect him. You can run away. You can go get more armor from the armor station. Again, there's a weapons crate where I just dropped right there. You can see it on in your screen there. And again, once I use up all of the ice version of the wonder weapon, I go ahead and get the Electrobolt and use that from then on. Don't forget, you can use your gun as well. Your gun is good down here. Hopefully you have it double papped, and if you have it again with the dead wire on it, that works great against the megatons, works great against the regular zombies and the dogs as well. So just use all your tools. So once he finishes this spot, again, you just keep the zombies off him for a little bit and you should be good to go. It doesn't take that long at each station as well. The hardest one is the second station. So here you see me going to get the Electrobolt. It's exactly where it is. You know where it is now by now, but just in case you didn't, this is the second spot that he goes to. This is probably the hardest one. So this is where I'll use my Casimir grenades, regular grenades more, all that kind of stuff. But again, not that big a deal. He's not going to die. Don't worry. Take your time. After he finishes this second station here, you can see him running past me now. He's going to head downstairs, and it'll be down to the right over here. Again, just use your Electrobolt. If you have some extra grenades, like Molotovs are great here. You can throw Molotovs or whatever right on him. They don't hurt him at all. They will only hurt the other zombies that are trying to attack him. But this spot down here is actually probably the easiest place to defend him. So don't worry about it. Take your time. Again, he's not going to get killed. You'll be just fine. He'll be fine. You'll be fine. Take your time. Use your Aether Shroud. It's a great time for it. Go ahead and pop one of them. Hopefully you have it upgraded so you can hold 2 charges onto it. But use that stuff. You should be just fine. You're good to go. Don't forget you can also refill the Electrobolt. And I 100% recommend that you do refill it right now at this point in time. So we just finished our 3rd station. I want to go over here. We're going to refill it, and I'm going to let this play in full. I'm not going to cut this at all. I want to show you the exact path that I take to get out of here. So there's going to be like lightning coming down from the ceilings and stuff. It will insta-down you if it hits you. So we're heading towards the weapons bay. That's where I'm looking right now. And just follow the exact path that I do. We're going to go into this room here. All you got to do is hop over basically one corner of the hole in the ground that you'll see. Right here, hop over that, jump up here onto the stairs, you're good to go. Now, the next big thing to keep in mind, stay to the left here, come up this way, start firing right now. They will always be at that door waiting for you, always, and they will block you. So once you get right to that outside door, go ahead and just start shooting the Electrobolt. 100% of the time, every single time, trust me, trust me, trust me. There's our ride out of here. So all you got to do is just kill a little bit of time down here. It's not too long. You've probably Exfilled a bunch of times. It's not that bad. Don't be panicking. You're almost there. You're good to go. If you have an Aether Shroud ready, go ahead and pop one now. Might as well. And then hop on your ride, and you are good to go. Dark Ops Challenge done. Die Maschine done. Congratulations. Again, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I greatly appreciate it, and I will check you guys out very soon in another video or stream. Later.